Good day everyone, you are welcome to today's tutorial. In this video, I want to show you how to calculate the area coverage of land use land cover classes. After you have done your land use land cover classifications and you want to determine the area coverage of each of the classes, how do you do it? Basically, there are two ways or two methods of calculating it, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to do it in the two methods. And the first method, you can calculate the area in raster format using raster calculator, and secondly, you can calculate the area coverage of each classes in vector format using the geometry. So I will show you the two ways. Now if you look at my screen, you can see the land use land cover classification here, and you can see the different classes. If I right click and open the attributes table, you can see my classes, the classes and the value. So take note of the classes and the value. Now to start, I will show you the first way of doing it in raster format using the raster calculator. Now the first thing to take note of when you want to calculate area of your classes is to take note of the cell size of your data. So to check the cell size, right click the layer and click on properties. This will open the properties table. Then come to source. You can see here the cell size is 10 by 10. So that means the cell size of this data is 10 meter resolution. So take note of that 10 meter. Now let's get started with the first method. The first method is calculating the area in raster format using raster calculator. And to do that, just right click the layer and open the attributes table. Now we will need to create a new field to calculate the area. To do that, click on the table options and click on add field. Let's name the field area and then choose the type. In this case, it's going to be double such that it will accommodate decimal number. So click on OK. The field has been created. Now to calculate the area in raster format, what you need to do is to enter the formula using raster calculator, and to do that, click here and click on field calculator, then click on yes. Here, this is the formula. The formula to calculate the area is equal to, the area will be equal to the count, which is the cell count, multiplied by the cell size square, all divided by 1 million. That is if we are calculating in square kilometer. So the formula in square kilometer is the count, that is the cell count, multiplied by the cell size square, all divided by 1 million. So let's enter the formula. To enter the formula, area is equal to the count multiplied by the cell size, and we said the cell size is 10 meter. So multiply by cell size, close brackets, divided by 1 million. So let's introduce a bracket here. So this is the formula. Area in square kilometer is equal to the count, which is this field, multiplied by the cell size times cell size, close the bracket, all divided by 1 million. Then click on OK. So this will run and calculate the area in square kilometer. Take note, I'm calculating in square kilometer. If you are calculating in another unit, the formula is not the same. So calculating the area in square kilometer is equal to the count multiplied by the cell size square, all divided by 1 million. So this gives the area. It automatically calculates the area for each of the land use land cover classes, and this is the area. Now let's copy it. Just highlight the first one, hold your shift key and click on the last one, then right click and copy the selected. So let's open Excel sheet and right click here and paste it. You can see. So we can name this sheet as raster area. That is, we calculated it in raster format. So, and of course, you can just find the auto sum. Yes, this is the total area. Now let's go back to ArcGIS. Then we can deselect all and close the attributes table. So this is the first method, using the field calculator. That is, we calculated it in raster format. So the second method is calculating in vector format. To do that, we will need to vectorize this very land use land cover layer. So to do that, come to Arc Toolbox, come to Conversion Tools, come to From Raster, then come to Raster to Polygon. Double click to open the page. Then here our input raster will be our land use land cover. Select it. Then the field, we want to use value. That is the value here. Let me open it. We can use the value here, or we can use the classes. To make it easier for us, let's use the classes since we already know the classes. So in this case, we are going to use the classes. Then our output polygon features, just click here and specify the folder where you want to save it. Let's just save it as LULC polygon. Click on save. Then check this simplify polygon and click on OK. The process is going on background. Depending on the area coverage of your data, it may take some time. So just wait for it to convert this raster to polygon. Then from there, we will continue with the calculation. Yes, the conversion is done. It has been converted from raster to polygon. Then if we come to the polygon converted to, right click the layer and open the attributes table. You can see that it has been converted to vector. Now, the problem is this. We have duplication of the same classes because each cell that represents a particular class has been converted to a polygon, and as a result of that, we have about 176,000 polygon, and that is much. So what we need to do now to avoid the stress of calculating area for each of these is to dissolve it. And what that one does is that it will merge together all the classes that are the same. From there, we'll be able to calculate the area. So the next step now is to dissolve this polygon. And to do that, come to geoprocessing and click on dissolve. So the layer we want to dissolve is our land use land cover polygon. Then the field we want to use to dissolve is the classes. And then specify where you want to save the outputs. We want to save it in the same folder. Let's just call it LULC dissolve. Click on save and click on OK. So in few seconds, it will dissolve it and give us a new layer. Yes, the dissolve process is completed, and you can see we have a new layer here. So now if I right click and open the attribute table, you can see that all the classes that are the same has been merged together. We now have it clean now. So now we want to calculate the area. To calculate the area, click on the table option and click on add field. Then let's name it as area. Then the type will be double and click on OK. Now to calculate the area, come to this very field, right click it, and here you can see calculate geometry. Click on it, click yes. Then here the property will be the operation we want to carry out, which is calculation of area. So we specify area here. If you are calculating for perimeter, you can click on the drop down and select perimeter, but our interest is on area calculation, so we pick area. Then we want to use the coordinate system of the data source. Now here you have the option of specifying the units of our calculation. So I'll click on the drop down, I'll select square kilometer. Remember that the first method I calculated it in square kilometer, so here also I'm calculating in square kilometer. Then click on OK, click yes. This will run and calculate the area. You can see it has calculated it. Now let me copy it to Excel. Click here, hold your shift key and click on the last row. Then right click here and copy selected. So let's move to Excel. In Excel, let's go to another sheet. Right click and paste. So it has been pasted. So we can calculate the sum by highlighting all and click on auto sum. It has been calculated as well. You see, if you look at the value we got from the vector format, let me name this as vector, and this one, the one we got in raster, you can see the total sum, and the one we got in vector, you can see the total sum that they are the same. So either way, whichever method you use, either you want to calculate in raster format or you want to calculate in vector format, you are still going to arrive at the same answer, provided you follow the correct formula and correct processes. So this is essentially how to calculate area of your land use land cover classes after image classification. So I hope you like this video. In case you encounter any challenge when practicing, let's know in the comment section. We'll be much more available to attend to you. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching.